What's going on, YouTube? Dark Horse here with a review of the War Poet pistol, MR920 Shadow Systems. I got this off of Sportsman's Guide, I believe. And, I don't know if that's the only place you can get it or not, but I guess the YouTuber War Poet Society channel there that they did some work with Shadow Systems and, you know, patented, put out a pistol. I think John Lovell did some work with them. Now, as to the difference between this and then the 920 Elite from Shadow Systems, yeah, there's a few minor differences, like the slide. You know, it's got some different cutout and serrations are a little different. So the slide's different. It's got the War Poet symbol right there. It says War Poet on the barrel. But other than that, I mean, it's a different slide. Weapon is clear. On the original 920, I believe that it's spiral fluted. So these are straight flutes. Not sure why. What's the difference? But fluted is fluted, right? But anyway, these have straight flutes, and I think the only other difference is the red trigger shoe. I think it's the same exact trigger, to be honest. You know, the magwell, that's the same setup as the 920 Elite. You know, grip angle, back straps, you can change it, have some different grip angles. This one, I honestly don't know the price of the normal one, the 920 from Shadow Systems, the Elite. I want to say that it's less than this. This was like 1,300, maybe close to 1,400 bucks. It did come with a hollow sun on it, which, you know, you have a bunch of guns. Somewhere along the way, I put the hollow sun on something else. I think an FN 509, just because I had the plate for it and it mounted easily on it. And I threw my RMR on this. This is the Type 2 RM06. So it's a good looking pistol. It's basically the same size as a Glock 19. You know, it's a Glock 19 clone. I think I have about 4,000 rounds through this thing. So, you know, it's definitely held up. I'd say the first 100 rounds, we had some stovepipes. I think I had 4 stovepipes. But once it broke in, you know, I literally haven't had one jam. Just as reliable as a Glock. Now, the other thing about this, we'll break this down. Weapon safe. The other thing about this, I'll show you. For some reason, now this doesn't really look like normal wear, and I don't know if there's like a factory recall or what, but the barrel wear on this, okay? I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can get close up of that. Yeah, I don't know, but it's hard to see in this freaking lighting, I'll tell you that. So there it is. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't edit videos really, so, you know, deal with it. So, you know, normally you get some wear on the top of the barrel, the bottom of the barrel lug. But see these corners right here? Right there. There's actually chipped metal coming off of that. Those are chips of metal that came off. And that's not the only spot. Look at the back of the lug here. Look at this whole back side. See how that's all chewed up? Now it is dirty, so it looks a lot more chewed up than it is, but still. You know, to me, that's not really normal wear. Ooh. This corner right here, you know, and then there's another chip down here near the feed ramp. So See that? Well, I must say, I contacted, but other than that, for 4,000 rounds, there's really not much wear on this thing. I did replace the springs, not because it was needed, but because, you know, just something I do. And I contacted Shadow Systems about the barrel chipping like that. And 3 days later, I had a new barrel in the mailbox. So customer service over there is pretty friggin' tight. Man, they didn't even question nothing. They just sent me a friggin' new barrel. Well, as you would have it, I put the new barrel in it, and it was friggin' jamming up. Now it's probably because, you know, and I did notice the new barrel has a little different shafer on it's kind of shaved down up here. So they changed it up a little, I'm assuming because this barrel was having a couple issues. So the newer, if you buy one now, I've had this for about 2 years, maybe a year. No, I've had this for about a year. If you buy it now, it probably comes with the other barrel. But, you know, because I put the other barrel in this one, I was having a ton of jams. Probably because it wasn't broken in, but still, I said, fuck it, and threw this barrel back in it because, you know, it's running fine, so why change it? I was just curious why the metal was chipping off like that, you know? So, you know, this thing is super easy to rack. It has really nice slide serrations. You know, look at those things. Those are deep. You can get a really good purchase. I tend to, on the rear and the front, you know, I tend to, when I have a red dot on here, I tend to rack from the front for some reason. That's just how I do it, you know. It's a good looking pistol for sure. And this thing shoots, man. I wasn't using the mag well for the first couple thousand rounds. You know, I don't know. I just felt like, you know, I was carrying it every day and it was kind of sticking out of my shirt. Well, you know, one day I was like, hey, let me throw that thing on. Well, inside here is a pin. Well, when you take that pin out, the mag well comes out, but there's a little piece, okay? There's a little piece that sits up in here, and it's connected to this. It's a little plastic piece. If I had a friggin' thing to take this down, I'd show you, but so when you take this out, be careful because that little piece falls out. And to reinstall the back strap, you have to have another piece that it comes with. So it uses two different plastic pieces to connect to this. Well, I lost this. So when I went to go put this on to try it out, you know, after a couple thousand rounds, I didn't know what the hell it was. Well, when I contacted them about the barrel, I asked, hey, do you sell those little pieces? Because I need to buy one because I lost mine. Well, they just sent it for free in the mail with the barrel. So I must say, Shadow Systems has very good customer service. Very good. Why did I buy the War Poet? I'm not sure. I don't know. It looked cool. But you know what? It shoots great. And it had that Holosun on it. And what was it? I can't remember which one it was. But it came with one of them. And it's a really good red dot. But I don't know. I took it off. And then I put this RMR. And I was going to put the Holosun back on. But I don't know. This RMR just feels great on this. It sits a little lower, but what I liked about the RMR is this U right there, and it kind of brings your point of aim into focus, you know? If you put your target's head right here in this U, you're going to pop them. So, I don't know. I just like the RMR that stood the test of time. But great, you know, so anyway, great serrations, night sights, you know. You can co-witness that red dot, if you can see that. I usually don't. I like to put my red dot in the center, you know, so when I'm shooting, the red dot is about up there. It looks weird on the camera right now, but trust me, it works. But you can co-witness if you wanted. The sight's high enough. But you can't, I think the Holliston was a little taller in the back, and I don't think these sights, maybe they did go over it. I don't know. Anyway, you got a nice little shelf right here, so you don't, when you have a high grip, you know, that extra little polymer right there helps you not hit the slide release. You know, all the normal Glock accessories. This is, the mag release is actually pretty nice. It's tapered, so if you can see that. So when you have your grip, it's lower on the back, so you don't hit the mag release. But then when you go to nail it, your finger kind of just slides on it. It works really well. Anyway, I forgot I was talking about the mag well. So when I put the mag, I got the plastic piece, put the mag well back on. And I must say, I have not taken it off since. My hands aren't huge, but they're just perfect for a Glock 19. And when I grip this, you know, that mag well just, I mean, it just locks that third finger right in there. You know, and when I'm shooting, you know, these two fingers are my pressure point, but that third one just, oh man, great grip. The texture, I usually, when I get a Glock, I have to stipple it, you know, just a little bit. I don't do anything crazy. I just make it a little rougher. Well, this, I didn't have to do anything to. This is perfect. This is exactly how I stipple. So good on them for that. It's a great grip. The trigger, unloaded. So the trigger is I believe it's an Apex trigger. And I'm not crazy. You know, it's broken in really nice, actually, from what it was. It's very stiff, and you know, at the beginning it's a little stiff, but you know, it has no take up really at all, and just enough to pull that safety back. And there's still quite a, you know, break on it. And I'm assuming, I don't know if this trigger is different from the 920 Elite, but if John Lovell did this had this trigger put in or what, but I know he's a fan of having the 5-pound or 4-pound trigger. I believe I've heard that in his videos, you know, for concealed carry. So, you know, if you have a light trigger, you're more apt to shoot yourself in the dick or something. Well, I like light triggers, so whatever, but you know, it's not a bad trigger. Let's do a little trigger pull here. So the take up, right there, not far wall at all. I mean, that's a crisp, clean break. Reset is very short. So, I mean, it's definitely a good trigger, and I must say it has smoothed it out a lot since I've, you know, it has a lot of rounds through it. But I don't know if I might have actually polished this, maybe not. I can't remember if I polished this or not, but yeah, so this is a good pistol, man. I carry this thing every day, you know. Oh, let me show you the holster that I got for it. So I've been through a lot of holsters. I have a whole backpack full of holsters for my other Glock 19s, and this will fit pretty much in every Glock 19 holster. Sometimes I think because of these ribs up here, I feel like this might be a little taller. These ribs stick out like a normal Glock 19. It's just flush and flat. And these bumps up here, I think, cause issues on some holsters. But most holsters I've gotten, this has fit great. Most people will sell holsters for a 920 Elite anyway. So if you're going to order a holster for this, I would just order it for the 920 Elite. But if you have some Glock 19 holsters, it will probably work, like this one. This was a Glock 19 holster. It's from GBRS Group. When I first got this holster, my normal, I don't know if it was a mess up at the factory or what. I mean, this holster was $100, you know, and it's a whole Navy SEAL group, that GBRS Group. So, you know, all this shit's expensive, and it's good stuff. It's really good gear, but it's quite, you know, $100 for this. And when I got it, I originally bought it for my Glock 19, and it did not even, just put, you know, you put the pistol in there, and it would not come out for the life of me. I took all the screws out, ended up taking everything apart. Well, I contacted them, and they never have these in stock, ever. So good luck trying to get one. So, you know, the customer service was good. They emailed me within a day, and they said, well, hey, we don't have any stock, but we'll put you on a list and send you one. So they eventually sent me one, which was cool. But I just like this holster. It has very positive retention, adjusts easy. You know, the way that these are set up, it doesn't have like a normal plastic wing here. This right here, you know, makes this clip stick out, and this is a very sturdy clip right here. It's a metal clip. So that kind of is your wing. So when you cinch that down on your belt, if you can see that, cinch this down on your belt, and this metal bends in and takes the butt, and, you know, puts it right into your stomach, which is nice. It hides it very well. I want to say that this was designed for, you know, a 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock carry, but also appendix. I carry appendix, so it works well. I have tier 1 concealed holster for this, which is nice, but it's kind of wide. I like a minimalist. I think my favorite is the Black Point Tactical. They have very good, you know, holsters that are very minimalist, very comfortable. So check any of them out. But for now, I like to switch holsters once in a while. I get sick of them. I do carry this pretty much, you know, at least 3 or 4 times, maybe 3 times a week. So I carry it a lot. I shoot it a lot. You know, I carry my Glock 48. But this is it's a great pistol. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say, you know, if you're going to go buy the 920 Elite versus this, you know, I don't know how much the other one is. If the other one's close to this one, you might as well buy this one because it has you know, has a cooler slide or whatever. But functionality, I mean, I think they both function the same. You know, so if you look online, it's like $400 difference. I don't know if it's worth it, but it is a fucking cool slide. You know, so I am going to be doing a review on the RMR. Sorry this video was kind of fucking long. But I'm going to be doing a review and torture test on the RMR soon. I got I'm going to be reviewing one of my rifle builds that I did with a bunch of BCM parts and, you know, some Anderson parts and this and that. It came out really good. It's a AR pistol build, so yeah. So please subscribe and share, because I'm going to be putting out a lot of good content about guns, you know, gear, just random ass shit, you know. So please hit that like and subscribe. Dark Horse out.